Hi, my name is Maya, and today I will be telling you a story about how I found out I loved spiders, any insects, specifically spiders though, from the age of 5 to 10 years old. So, once upon a time, little 5-year-old me running around in the backyard, lifting up rocks, trying to find whatever insects I possibly could. Why I was finding these insects? I wanted to try to keep them as my pets. Obviously, my parents would not let me bring them in the home, so I would make makeshift little habitats for them out of boxes, dishes, whatever I could get my hands on outside, and I would put sticks, leaves, food, whatever that insect ate in these little houses and try to take care of it basically until it died. I have a vivid memory of me having a box with multiple snails and watching these snails eat a piece of lettuce for almost an hour. Me just sitting there, the highlight of my life, that's what I would spend my day doing, was watching insects. I thought insects had families, they had feelings, they were living creatures. How could I not love them? Why would I want to kill them? I never understood that. I still don't until this day. Spoiler alert. But one day, little me found a spider around age, I would say 8-ish. I was getting a little more adventurous, catching the more dangerous bugs, the ones I was not supposed to be touching, aka spiders, roaches, whatever scary bugs you can think of. I caught this little black and yellow spider, looked like this, and thinking back to it, I would not like to think it was that scary, but I genuinely could not remember. I looked up black and yellow spiders in California because that's all I know about it. It was black and yellow, and it was little, and it did look like that. And oh well, this spider, I kept it in a cup. Caught this little guy. Cup was upside down. I don't know how it breathed, but it started to make webs in said cup. The cup was clear with green stripes on it, so I could kind of peer through the pattern and look at him making his webs. I would feed him by catching ants, roly-polies, whatever little bugs I could get, and I would take them and either flick them in the web or blow them off my fingers into the web and watch the spider eat. His name was Jumpy. It was not a jumping spider, I know that. Jumpy got really big, really fast because I was feeding this insect other insects that were the size of it or way too big than it should normally be eating in its wild habitat. Anyway, Jumpy lived, I would say, a peaceful week or two before one day my aunt came over and decided that she wanted to clean the backyard. So you already know where this is going. She took the cup, put it in the sink, and I rushed inside. The panic in my heart when I saw that that cup was no longer outside was the first instinct of parental panic I think I ever felt, was thinking, holy, my child is dead, probably. Water was definitely going to kill him if he is in the sink, or she rinsed it out, not knowing it was my pet. Whatever the reasoning be, I was panicking. I ran inside. I had so much anxiety. I look in the sink, I find the cup, and he is still in there. He's alive. He is not dead. His webs are in there. He is in there. Pick the cup up, run outside to the front yard, release him in a tree that we had in our front yard that has a divot in it, kind of like this, and we are able to sit in it. We called it our quote-unquote tree house because that was the closest we were getting. Jumpy made a web in this tree. I continued to feed him for about a week or so. He disappeared after around a month, but before he did, he got huge. This was the first pet/insect I ever had and I ever got to care for, was the spider in a cup. And so then around the age of, I would say 12, 13, still from 10 years old, I would find spiders, in the house. I wouldn't kill them. I would let them do their thing. But if I found a spider in the house with a web, I would blow little bugs that I would find outside into that spider's web and try to get it to build a bigger web and thrive and be so happy in our home because I know it's not catching anything there. My parents hated this, but I loved these insects. I cared for them dearly. Something about spiders was so intriguing to me. Fast forward, now, present day, I own 2 tarantulas of my own. I still love bugs so much. I'm so fascinated with these creatures. That keeping of that pet and being able to care for something like that forever changed my perception of these insects. They are not scary. They simply are just living their lives. It's not their fault they're there. They look like that. They're so interesting. There's so many different facts about them. I right now have a little baby one who is blue with an orange butt. That's pretty sick. And I had two bigger ones that sadly passed away that were pretty large black and red ones. And then I have another baby right now who is brown and I think is going to grow into a king baboon spider. So as you can tell, I am very into this. I still love them, and it all